Jordy Smith surfing will debut at the Olympics in Tokyo come July, and South Africa's Smith hopes to make the most of the chance. After winning the World Junior title in 2006 and ending as runner-up on the World Tour twice in 2010 and 2016, Olympic glory is the next goal. He joins me now. Very good morning and welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you.
I'd like to know, when you actually heard that your sport was going to be a part of the Olympic Games, what was your initial reaction? Because when you were growing up as a young grommet surfing, this was never a reality that you could actually win an Olympic medal in surfing.
Yeah, I mean, my kind of first reaction was definitely just in disbelief, really. It was never really a dream or anything like that. I just didn't think it was a possibility. And then kind of, yeah, when they approved it, it just all kind of sunk in right in that moment to kind of put my best foot forward and start getting prepared.
How does it feel to actually represent your country? Because it is something you have done before at the ISA Games when South Africa sent a surfing team to go and compete there. But usually you're surfing for yourself and for your sponsors. So does it take on a different kind of edge when you're competing for South Africa?
Yeah, first of all, it's obviously a huge accomplishment and a great honor just to be able to compete against everybody else from all over the world. And then, yeah, just to represent yourself and your country, your family and friends. Yeah, I don't really put too much pressure on myself, so kind of just to go out there and give it everything is what I do best.
What are your expectations?
Gold, 100% gold for sure.
How difficult or easy is it going to be? Because there are only 19 other surfers that will be competing for the Olympic men's gold in surfing.
Yeah, it's always going to be difficult. One thing is that you definitely got to just try and control the things you can. Obviously, you come up against the ocean, which is really unpredictable. And so just trying to take control of the things you can and, yeah, give it your best shot.
Okay, so when I think about Japan, I think about the rugby team winning the World Cup there, and I think about sushi. I don't think about surfing. What are the waves like in Japan?
Yeah, the waves are definitely small.
Okay.
It's I'm 6'3", so most surfers are like 5'6", 5'7". So yeah, a little disadvantage, but yeah, just got to make sure you catch the biggest waves and yeah, just put it to bed.
Okay, so we've seen on the World Tour guys doing amazing acrobatic things. Is that the kind of surfing that we can expect to see in Japan?
Yeah, I definitely think the guys will be more kind of athletic, acrobatic kind of surfing over there.
Okay.
All depending on the cyclones that kind of hit. If we get a typhoon, it'll be really good. If not, it could be really bad. So.
Okay, so while the rest of the Olympic community are hoping that there's not a typhoon, the surfers are hoping that there is.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the World Championship Tour, because it was an incredibly exciting season last year. We haven't really seen the world title being clinched at the last competition of the year, but that was something that we did see last year, and you were in the mix all the way through.
Yeah, it was a really consistent year for myself, and yeah, it was just an incredible year. I had a lot of great results. Coming down to the last event, I needed a win. I ended up breaking my ribs right before the last event, so that was a heartfelt moment. But yeah, you know, overall, you kind of one cold day doesn't make a winter. So yeah, just kind of take the best with the worst and move on to this year.
They call you a World Championship Tour veteran. You have been on the tour for the last 12 years, but if last year's anything to go by, you seem just as hungry as ever.
Yeah, for me, I'm just a competitor at heart. I just love to compete, no matter whether it's Monopoly or surfing. So yeah, just becoming a property mogul. No, just kidding. Just no, I just love being out in the water and giving it my best.
So how many times do you get this question, when is that world title going to come?
Yeah, it comes a lot, and I'll just keep swinging for the fences, keep knocking on the door until it happens, and yeah, I just never say die. So yeah, the hunt continues.
You mentioned your ribs last year. Your career has been plagued by injury. There were 5 years where it was just injury after injury, that it took a while to actually come back. How do you stay positive in those moments? And have you ever thought about maybe just saying, okay, you know what, my body can't take this anymore?
No, for me it's obviously injuries are just one of those things that happen in sport, and you've just got to deal with those moments. And yeah, I think for me it's more, I would only ever hang it up once the battery is completely flat. And right now I'm running on 100%, so yeah, just continue.
How would you, if you could just wrap up in one word your season last year, how would you wrap it up?
I would say it was consistent. Yeah, that's definitely one word that would sum up my last year's kind of results and the whole year as a collective. This year I just got to kind of get those wins.
Got to get those wins. Do you feel that it is going to come in 2020?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think, yeah, you've got to just believe it.
Lovely stuff. That's Jordy Smith. Thank you very much, and all the best of luck in preparation for the Olympic Games. It's just a couple of months, and then July is going to be here and the Olympic Games in Tokyo.
Thank you.
So this morning's trivia question was in anticipation of this interview, and we asked you, where did Jordy Smith end last year? We asked you to get involved on our Twitter handle at Morning Live SABC, and I worked really hard not to give it away in this interview. So you've got another hour to get involved in our sports trivia. Please use our hashtag, hashtag Morning Live Sports Trivia. What position did Jordy Smith occupy the 2019 Surfing Men's Championship Tour? Your answer is up with more sports in the next hour.